Good day, folks. Welcome to Just Omer. My name is Omer Ahern Jr., and I am the Grafton County Commissioner for District 3 here in Grafton County, of course. And this is try to make it a weekly report to the folks here in Grafton County, specifically District 3. But if any of you are outside of District 3, this will interest you too, I believe. And there are people outside of New Hampshire that I'm told watch this program. And I want to first thank the folks here at PBTV in Plymouth for giving me this opportunity to talk with you about what goes on in the Grafton County government. And the other thing I want to mention is I also want to thank Commissioner Wendy Piper from District 1, serving the towns of Hanover, Lebanon, and Enfield. She is the chairman of the Grafton County Board of Commissioners. And I want to thank Commissioner Linda Lauer, who is the vice chairman of the Board of Commissioners, and she serves the people of District 2, which is the northern and western towns in Grafton County. And of course, District 3 that I serve is towns from Canaan up to Dorchester and Groton, up to Campton and Warren, and all the way down to Bristol and Alexandria and Bridgewater, and of course Holderness, Plymouth, and Hebron. So the county commissioners meet each week, Tuesday mornings at 9 o'clock, and those meetings are supposed to be available to the public to watch and to even participate in. There is a chat function there on that Zoom meeting, so I encourage you to, you might want to check ahead of time. Don't wait until 9 o'clock on a Tuesday morning to see if you can get in, but just make sure you've got the right link in order to get into the commissioner meetings. And I encourage you, folks, to watch the proceedings of the county commissioner meetings. The last 3 months or so, the county commissioners have been really tied up with the county budget. And as of yesterday afternoon, the county delegation executive committee, after making a few additions to the budget, some more expenditures from what the commissioners had proposed, and realigning some of the revenues, did approve a county budget, and we can certainly talk about that. However, this is the important thing. The last couple of 3 programs here, I've been telling you that the commissioner's budget was looking at a 0.56% increase in the tax rate, the county tax rate, which is one of 4 taxes on your real estate tax bill that you get, most of us get twice a year. But with the items that the county delegation changed in the budget, increasing the expenditures in, I think, 4 places, but they did take some revenue and identified some additional revenue that they felt that they could put in. We are now looking at a 0% increase in the county tax rate for this fiscal year 2022, which starts on July 1st. So the commissioners worked very, very hard excuse me, to come in with a no tax increase, but there were some things that had happened in Concord that we just had no control over. So that is some good news on the real estate tax front for the folks here in Grafton County. There will not be a tax increase in your county tax rate. So the commissioners did meet yesterday morning, June 15th at 9 o'clock. And because I had court yesterday, I had to appear in court for one of my clients, I attended that meeting via Zoom. And I did have to contact the county commissioner's office to get a link that would allow me to actually get onto that particular meeting. So luckily I had checked in around 10 minutes to 9 and was able to get in so I could get into the meeting on a timely manner. So the first item after we do the Pledge of Allegiance, the first person on the agenda was Donna Lane, who is with the UNH Cooperative Extension that has their offices in the county administration building up there in North Haverhill. And she was talking about what activities and projects and programs UNH Cooperative Extension for Grafton County has planned for this year. She reported that there will be a North Haverhill Fair this year, and with a lot of opportunities for the 4-H young people here in Grafton County and beyond to show their different 4-H projects, whether they're involved with agriculture, showing their vegetables, or showing their cows or their horses, or any good, sewing or knitting projects. So the fair is going to go on this year the usual time at, I believe, some of the last few days in the last week of July. So we thank Donna for her report, and the Master Gardeners are going to be coming up and doing some more reviews of the county grounds. The county complex grounds the county complex is situated on a 25-acre piece of land where the county courthouse is, the county Department of Corrections, which houses the jail and the House of Correction, also all the farm buildings and the dairy barns and the hay barns are all located on this 25-acre complex, as is the county nursing home and the county administration building. But overall, the county has about 750 acres of land that it owns, and a lot of that, other than the 25-acre complex, is either for cropland, for hay, vegetables, or for growing trees. And we are expecting a timber cut in the winter of 22, later on this year or early next year in 23. 22. End of 21, beginning of 22. So a lot of things going on there, and if you folks get a chance to work with the folks at Cooperative Extension, or your young people are in 4-H, you're in a good program. 4-H has been around for many, many, many years, and we're very pleased to be able to work with the folks at UNH Cooperative Extension. Heather Bryant is the vegetable expert. Mary Saucier Choate, excuse me, Mary Saucier Choate is the food safety specialist. She has an office up there. Jim Frone is the county forester. He has an office up there. Teresa Locke works with the 4-H program. And Christina Vaughn is the office manager up there. So we've got some good people working up there at UNH Cooperative Extension. The next person that we met with yesterday morning, the commissioners met with, was Julie Libby, the finance director, the county finance director. Up until the beginning of February, Julie was the county administrator for Grafton County. But because of the complexities of this modern world that we're in, and all of the financial records that need to be kept and updated, the prior commission decided that it was a good idea to create a new administrative position, i.e. the finance director position, and Julie applied for that, and she was chosen for that position. And after that, the county commissioners then looked for someone to fill Julie's shoes as the county administrator, and that's when, after a good search, Andrew Dorsett was hired as the new county administrator. And we'll be talking more about Andrew Dorsett as we go forward. Andrew's doing a great job in his new position as county administrator for Grafton County. I'm not going to say this, that we hired Andrew away from the town of Littleton. And I apologize to you folks in the town of Littleton, but Andrew is doing a great job. I know he was doing a great job up there, but we need him down in Grafton County. He brings a lot of very good specialty talents to the job as county administrator. So Julie Libby gave to the commissioners her monthly report on where the county complex, where the county offices, the county services, all of the departments, registry of deeds, sheriff's office, the Department of Corrections, maintenance department, the nursing home, the farm, where they stand as far as their budget is concerned. So she gives us a report of whether they're expending more money than what they're supposed to, or whether their revenues are more or less than what was budgeted. And I believe those reports are available online at the Grafton County, New Hampshire website. Part of what we had to approve yesterday was a revised, updated fund balance policy. And the fund balance policy serves as a guideline for the management of the county's fund balances in accordance with, Governmental Accounting Standards Board, GASB, statement number 54. And this policy relates to government funds only and not to other county assets. So this is a public document, the county fund balance policy, which was approved by the county commissioners by a 3-0 vote. It was a unanimous vote to adopt this, which is an important document to have. The next item that the finance administrator presented to the county commissioners was a revised project manager policy and procedures manual, and this is a 17-page document, but it had a few revisions, especially having to take into account that we have a new finance director and a new county administrator, and so there needed to be some identification of how those duties were going to be split in this project management policy and procedures. And again, this policy and procedures manual deals primarily with federal contracts that Grafton County enters into. So again, this document should also be available to the public. And this was approved also by a unanimous vote of the board. So that was a very important report that we get every month from the finance administrator, Julie Libby. And she also did report that, as part of her report, that the county is $3.5 million ahead of last year in its income or revenues, and so that's good news. And our expenditures, I guess, are within where they should be. And again, the county's fiscal year ends on the 30th of June or the 31st, whatever the last day of June is. After that, the commissioners approved the minutes of the last couple of meetings. We signed check registers, and then we had a report from Tom Andros, and Tom is the county's dispatch manager. He works under the county sheriff, Jeff Stiegler, and Mr. Andros presented to the commissioners for their approval a proposed fee schedule for the dispatch fees. So the county provides dispatch services to a number of communities in Grafton County, a few communities now up in Coos County, and now, as of the 1st of July, a few communities in the state of Vermont. And the dispatch center, receives 911 calls and then dispatches whether it's an ambulance that's needed or a police officer or a state trooper or whatever. And these calls are available, can be made by members of the public, as well as, of course, coordinating the different law enforcement agencies within Grafton County. So the commissioners did approve this revised dispatch fee schedule. Basically, most of the fees did go up, and I was interested in what the town of Wentworth was, because that's the town that I live in. I just finished up a 2-year term as a selectman in the town of Wentworth, so I was kind of interested in how much the fees were going to go up for the town of Wentworth, and they did go up $1,438. So anyway, that schedule is here, and that fee schedule was approved, again, unanimously by the Board of Commissioners. Also yesterday, the commissioners did receive and review a IT audit, information technology audit, and that turned out to be a 17-page report. We got a preliminary report in early June, and then we got this longer report. That is something that I will be discussing with you probably in the weeks ahead. It's a lot of information, and I just want to let you know that the county is trying to do, the county commissioners are trying to do their due diligence. This world of technology is just overwhelming, and so we just want to make sure, the county commissioners just want to make sure, and this is one of the things that Mr. Dorsett, Andrew Dorsett, the new county administrator, wanted to make sure that we were taking a close look at shortly after he came on board as the new county administrator back in early or mid-February of this year. So Andrew has a lot of experience in these areas, and we appreciate his guidance to the Board of Commissioners on this. Oh yes, we also talked during this part of the meeting about the American Relief Program Act, and this is money coming from the federal government. Some money is coming directly to the county, Grafton County, directly from the federal government, and we have received, Grafton County has received its first share. This is arising partly because of what happened to the county and the lockdown during the last 16, 18 months due to the COVID-19 issue. So this is some money that we need to be very careful how we allocate and use the money. I think we've discussed this a couple of times over the last month or so, and we have got our first payment on that, and we're also receiving some money from an opioid settlement. When I was county commissioner 4 or 5 years ago, the county agreed to get in with a class action suit against some pharmaceutical companies because of the opioid problems that they've caused. Most of our inmates in the House of Correction are there because of illegal use of drugs. So evidently those lawsuits have been settled with the pharmacies, and the county received its first installment as its share of being one of the litigants in this opioid lawsuit, and that was about $28,000 that we received a couple of days ago. One of the other things that I really want to mention to you, it's kind of humbling being a county commissioner when you look at what the employees up there at Grafton County do. And especially in this last year and a half or so, dealing with the COVID-19 and the lockdown, I'm just so humbled by what these unsung heroes at Grafton County, working in the nursing home, working in the House of Correction, working in the jail, working in the maintenance department, to make sure that our residents in the nursing home were kept safe and not having to deal with, COVID-19 issues. We did have one early on in April of last year, but since the middle of April, there has not been a single COVID-19 case in the nursing home. And again, the leadership, the shepherding at the nursing home by the nursing home administrator, Craig Labor. He did a fantastic. He's done and is doing a fantastic job. But there's something that Craig can't do by himself. So he has a fantastic staff. Not only the nursing staff, but the housekeeping staff. Their diligence in keeping things clean. The food service people. I'm just so pleased. The county is blessed to have these people working for us, and also the staff, the corrections officers at the Department of Corrections. Some of our staff people, were diagnosed with the COVID-19 thing, but they acted appropriately, so that again none of our nursing home residents were affected with that. So, in keeping with the due diligence that Mr. Labor has been doing, because the lockdown at the state level, I think, was finally terminated last Friday. The federal government, even though we're getting a lot of mixed signals from them, is changing things a little bit. The county nursing home has developed a new revised visitation policy, so that the residents in our nursing home can now start to see and visit with their loved ones, whether it's their children or their grandchildren. And this is a policy that was developed by Mr. Labor and his staff people, and it's designed so that there can be daytime visits and evening visits. Yes, there are time limitations and certain days of the week. For example, the Grafton County Nursing Home will open its doors to visitors as follows. Daytime visits. Daytime visits will be available between the hours of 10 o'clock in the morning and 12:30 p.m. On the Meadows and Granite floors, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then on the Maple and Profile floors, Wednesday and Fridays. Visitors will not be required to schedule a visit during assigned visit days for daytime visits. Then the other half of this is the evening visits. Evening visits will be available from 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. on assigned visitation days. You must schedule evening visits no later than 1 day prior to the intended visit date. So to schedule a visit, please call or email Doreen Moody Monday through Friday between 9:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. And this will, following this procedure, will ensure that the county will know when visitors are planning to arrive, and also afford our staff, our team, an opportunity to have a staff person available to screen the visitor. So again, the maximum time of the visits are such that they will last no longer than 1 hour and 30 minutes per visit. So there is this written policy. It should be available online at the county website under the nursing home. And again, this is something that's been established by Mr. Labor and his staff at the Grafton County Nursing Home. And you know, believe me, these are tough decisions to make. They're tough decisions for the commissioners to make. But we look to the department heads, the elected officials, whether it's the county sheriff, the register of deeds, the county treasurer, you know, to work with the county commissioners, so that we're trying to have as efficient a county government operations and meeting the needs of the people of Grafton County, the taxpayers, but also providing for the safety and well-being of the residents, maybe your parents or your grandparents or your aunts or uncles that are residents at the county nursing home. And we do have some openings there. So if you've got a loved one that you find needs nursing care, long-term nursing care in a nursing home, please look at Grafton County. The other thing I would ask you to do, if you are involved as a nurse or a RN or LPN or LNA, we're looking for nursing staff. We are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And so, you know, we have 3 shifts, and so that's a lot of people that we need to be able to provide the care for our residents in the nursing home. We're also looking for corrections officers in the Department of Corrections. All of these positions can be identified on the county website by going to the Human Resources link. Karen Clough is our Human Resource Director, and she has a couple of very outstanding people working with her. And working for the county, folks, the county has some great benefits. We have some great health care benefits, and the pay is good. The pay is competitive, but one of the things about working at a county nursing home and working at a county jail is there isn't, you know, a downturn. You know, when the economy goes down, there still is that need to provide the care in the nursing home and to provide the safety issues that need to be met by having a house of correction there at the county facility. The county farm is still very, very busy. They're still milking cows, even though they have a severe shortage of inmates, residents of the Department of Corrections, to work in the barn, helping to milk the cows and helping to feed the cows. And this time of year, we're making hay, and so it's really a real challenge for our farm manager, Grant Nelson, because there just isn't enough inmate labor to do all that needs to be done. So I'm at the end of my time. Again, I want to thank the folks at PBTV for, again, giving me this opportunity. I really would like to hear from you folks. My name is Omer Ahern Jr. I'm the District 3 Grafton County Commissioner. My phone number is 764-6024. My email is omer.ahern.jr@gmail.com. And I thank you for listening to me today. And I just want to say, God bless the great state of New Hampshire, and God bless America. Thank you, and take care.